What's going on? Welcome back to another weekend getaway. This weekend we're going to be checking out Worlds of Fun and also checking out a hotel that we're staying at. We are staying at Home2 Suites by Hilton. I'll put it right here. And then also we're going to Worlds of Fun. The day we're going to be going to Worlds of Fun is on a Sunday, so we're going to see how busy it is, what all rides are open. Is it worth the money? We're also going to be trying out some restaurants, and we're going to see if this whole trip makes it on my do recommend or my don't recommend list. Let's get started. Let me go pack up. I'll see you there. And we made it. Here's a nice little outside shot of the hotel. Looks pretty nice. They also have a nice little seating area outside in front of the hotel if you're just kind of looking to chill before actually going to bed. This is plenty. They even actually have a fire pit there that you can turn on. Inside, the lobby is pretty spacious with plenty of seating. They have a 24-hour coffee bar and tea bar for you in case you want any of that. Over here is where the front check-in and the breakfast buffet here. Front check-in, people were super nice and friendly. They also have the list of rules listed here right on the check-in desk. And if you're hungry and want a little snack, they have a little snack bar that you can charge your room to. This hotel also has a 24-hour gym and then also a heated pool that's inside, and just like every other hotel, they also have an ice machine. I didn't really get enough time to film inside the pool, but it looks like a nice spacious pool with some seating around it. Here's the room. We got a king bed, and this is actually the kind of the wheelchair accessible room, so it's a little bit more open than most rooms, but I'll let you guys look at it. Another thing about this hotel, if you're looking to save some money, they come with some plates and some utensils, also a microwave. If you're looking to save some money and heat up some stuff in your hotel room, eat some food, they also have a dishwasher, anything like that. They have a nice workspace, nice living room area for you to chill, do any work you need, or just kind of relax if you don't want to lay in bed. And of course, I like my rooms very cold, so I had to turn the thermostat down all the way down. Now in this particular room, there was 2 thermostats, and I didn't really notice that until I was going to bed. So if you have a room like this, definitely make sure to turn both of the thermostats down if you're wanting to get that cool room. It had a nice spacious bathroom with all soaps, hand soaps, face soap, kind of everything you need with plenty of towels. Now, like I said, this is a wheelchair accessible room, so ours didn't really have a lift to get into the shower. It was kind of open. Before you guys finish the video, let me know what you guys think I paid for this room. It had free parking and free breakfast in the morning. Go down in the comments, type your guess, and I'll let you know at the end of the video. Here's a quick little tour of the 24-access gym, and here you'll also find your laundry service. They had an assortment of free soaps you could use just from courtesy of staying at their hotel. And this gym, it's 24 access, and there's really nothing you can complain about. It has almost everything you need to get a good workout in. It has the cable machines, different attachments. It also has dumbbells up to 75 pounds. It has an adjustable bench and any cardio equipment you're kind of looking for. So really can't complain here. Moving into the morning, we had the 24 access coffee bar and tea bar here. Something unique, they had 2 different types of creamers, some chocolate syrup, some caramel syrup, and actually some honey, which you never really see at a little coffee bar. Also had an assortment of juice if you're looking for some juice. And here's the breakfast buffet. Nothing you really can't complain about here. They had the normal waffle maker, and also kind of had like a little bit of muffins and like a build your own breakfast sandwich type of area with some sauce. Also had some cereal and some milk there for you. Now the drive from the hotel to Worlds of Fun itself was, I believe, like 15-ish minutes. And guys, let me tell you, this park just looked dead when we pulled up. Yes, it's a Sunday, some people are in church. We showed up around 30 minutes late after opening. Kind of a long walkway into the park as well, so be prepared to walk. Here's the kind of opening, and guys, like usually when I was a kid, this line would be filled. As soon as you get in through the gates, here's they have a kind of a board of kind of some cool things to look at. When we walked into the park, we went to the left towards the Prowler. So here's the kind of our walkway. That little boat ride for little kids, I don't think it was open by the time we passed it, but it did later open in that day. Now the Zulu, every time I've been here, it has been closed. We went to the Prowler, and guys, there was no wait. We got instantly on. No one in the line. I mean, to see all these long lines with no one in there, it's just kind of weird. We walked straight up to no line. The train before us didn't even have it like 4 people on it. Now the Prowler is probably one of my favorite wood coasters at Worlds of Fun. They also have some cool looking animal bushes in the WAF logo there. And then we were making our way over to the new coaster, which is Zambezi Zinger, however you say that. Again, this was probably maybe the longest line we waited in. Still kind of a walk back to the actual line, but we, I don't think this whole day we waited 10 minutes to get onto a ride. And get ready for this big long line. Boom! Yeah, we had to wait, 1, maybe 2 trains to get on the ride. I actually like how this constraint kind of locks you in there. After that, we went over to the Boomerang, which again wasn't a long line. You could walk right onto that one. Making our way over towards the Mamba, the biggest and fastest coaster over at Worlds of Fun. Now, in my opinion, the Mamba it's kind of boring. It is really boring. The only exciting thing about it is the first high drop, and then after that, it's pretty dang boring. But over here, they had little kind of alcoholic beer beverage area, and then also a diner. Kind of the sad thing about it is that the Water of Fury, or Fury of the Nile, I believe it was named, was closed. I don't know, what they were doing. That there was people back there sitting at their post, but the whole time we were there, this was closed. Here's the Mamba, going on to the Mamba, and again, this wait wasn't a wait at all. I think we waited, 1 ride, and we walked straight onto it. We didn't even, the rows weren't even filled up. After the Mamba, we made our way towards the kids area, kind of completing the circle around the park. And with it being, not very busy, they didn't have any shows going on that day. So it was kind of boring, not too much for like a whole family to be doing. Now the Detonator, or whatever this is called, I think it's the Detonator, was open. Here is Snoopy Land. There was a good amount of rides open in here. I think there's 1 or 2 that were closed. But it kind of had a good environment, had some songs, had some kids walking around. Was a decent area if you're bringing your kid here. I believe they have one little roller coaster around the kids, which basically goes around the whole kid park, and you can see it from above. Doesn't go fast or anything, perfect for a kid. After the kids area, we went to Cyclone Sam's, which I didn't ride this last time I was here. Very cool inside. It was very hot when we were there, so it was awesome to get inside and have some nice wind and air conditioning in there. Is awesome. Up next is the Timberwolf, and this was also one of my favorites when I was a kid here. Now, I feel like the park had just gone downhill. When I was a kid, I remember this being filled with water. It looked, very nice. Once again, there's no wait on this one. We waited for 1 cart. Now, that one was a bumpy ride. Moving on to the arcade, which is air conditioned inside. If you want to get out of the heat and want to play some arcade games, here's a great spot to take the kids. They had a good amount of games to play with multiplayer and solo player. And the cool thing about this is that the prizes that you can get from collecting the tickets is all self-serve, so it's super simple. You don't have to deal with anybody waiting on a line like that. Super simple little arcade here. Making our way towards the Patriot is a little common area with a water fountain. They had a Cinnabon and maybe a little restaurant where you can get a pizza, a hot dog, or a hamburger at. A good little chill area. The little swings that was closed the whole time we were there also was the drop person. I don't even know what they call it. But the Patriot was also one of the park's favorite roller coasters. And it was, I think we waited, 1 or 2 carts on this one. It wasn't a very long wait. And to complete the circle, we went to Spinning Dragon, which is always the longest wait. And I don't know why, because it's probably the most boringest coaster ever. They also had some shops kind of selling some t-shirts, some stuffed animals and stuff for the kids. An array around the park. They had some cool landmark areas. Now, they didn't really have any restaurants that were open. They had just kind of the basic nachos and stuff like that. Worst thing about this day is that both water rides were down, and let me tell you guys, it was a very hot day. Okay, so we're back home after the trip. Stormy wanted to say hi. You wanted to be part of the video, right? Right, Stormy? Yeah, hi. All right, so we're going to talk total price of the trip, hotel, and any tickets that you're going to go to Worlds of Fun itself. The hotel was this much, and per ticket, usual cost is this much. So, would I recommend this place? Would I not recommend it? I would probably be, recommend it if you're wanting to get away for a couple of hours, go ride some roller coasters at a decent price. I would recommend it. Now, if you're looking for somewhere to take your whole family, have a good, fun time, be entertained the whole day, I probably wouldn't recommend it. I would probably more recommend going to, what's the one in Branson. Branson there's a lot more stuff to do in kind of the Branson Strip. What theme park is that called? I am not sure, actually. What am I thinking of? Wow, I don't even know what I'm thinking of. What the heck? Branson, Six Flags? I have no idea. The one in Branson, I will figure it up and I'll pop it up on the screen there. But that, Worlds of Fun is fun to get away for a couple hours, ride some roller coasters. You like roller coasters. They don't have, super thrill of a roller coasters. I'd say Worlds of Fun is definitely a good park to go if you're just, first getting into roller coasters. So if you have, some middle-aged kids that haven't really rode roller coasters or are a little bit hesitant and scared to get on some roller coasters, Worlds of Fun is definitely a good park to take them to get them introduced into roller coasters, into the thrill of roller coasters. There's nothing super scary about it. They're all kind of mild thrill. I love snow cones. We went to Bahama Bucks. I like to get the Sour Patch Blue Raspberry Kid one. They also pack the flavors throughout the snow cone, not just the drizzle on top. Do the drizzle up top, do it in the middle, and do it at the bottom as well. So it's kind of a consistent flavor throughout the whole snow cone, which is nice. So overall, I probably would put this in the do not recommend list for a family. But if you're trying to get away for a couple hours, just you and a couple friends, and trying to roll some roller coasters, have some fun, that would be a good recommend for you guys. Now, my overall rating for this trip out of 10, I'd probably get it, probably a 5 out of 10. Wasn't anything special, wasn't the worst, I would say. We did have fun. Could have been a lot better. Yes, it could have. So I would say right in the middle, about 5 out of 10 is where I would put this one. So if you guys liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and also the bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. I will be posting more videos about kind of travel reviews of hotels, cruises, anything that there is. If you guys want me to check something out, food-wise, hotel-wise, cruise line-wise, comment down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys would like to see next, and I'll see you guys later.